Hey there everyone, how this is Choquito and it's so windy here. But I'm gonna try to take you on a biking tour around Shanghai from West Bund to the Bund. 我们开始吧。So here is the plan. We're going to ride from Longtang Avenue in Xuhui District to East Nanjing Road in Huangpu District, crossing half of the city from south to the very core of downtown. As a starting reference point, we will have this tower. Pretty easy to spot since it looks like, what was it? Oh yeah, a pencil, I guess. As soon as we start, you will have to cross this bridge, which has a wonderful view of Pudong, the place across the river that we never go to. The bridge is quite popular in this area since it featured in several commercials from big brands. Hey! Once out of the bridge, you will be greeted by the sunny West Bund, an area popular among everybody, especially young sportive people with dogs. There are several coffee shops and restaurants along the riverside, and like always, Starbucks will take the best spot. And a little bit farther from it is this Barbie-like looking restaurant, which to my surprise has very decent food. That over there is the Long Museum. I have never been inside because the entry isn't free, and I really like free stuff. Over there in the distance is the coolest part of the park, the skating bowl. And I don't know why, but this area is really popular among saxophonists. Let me just show you. There was a railway station here before, mostly for transporting freight, although eventually it also transported people. That's why you will see this train and rails in the area. Actually, the trees on this street during the fall are completely yellow, very beautiful. A lot of people know Huajin Chongdao, which is very famous for this kind of trees, but this one is basically the same, if not better. So if you want to have some special dates, you can bring your dates to this place, this park. It's usually very empty. And I don't know why, but I love these Lego-like janitor cars. Maybe because I'm a big fan of Legos. As we get closer to this bridge, which I call the Rainbow Bridge because it shines like that at night, you will notice that the streets get busier. But don't worry, that won't last for too long. Here's probably the trickiest section of the whole ride. You will have to go under this bridge up until where the bus station ends. Then do a U-turn and again another U-turn. But don't worry too much, I'll share the map of the route in the description below. Alright, I just came back to tell you that most bus stations in Shanghai are under bridges or elevated roads. Pretty efficient use of space, huh? Oh, that's the Children's Museum. No, Children Art Center or something? Nope, it wasn't the Children's Museum, but rather the Table Tennis Museum. So if you want to know more about why China is dominating this sport, check it out. You will start noticing that in this area, most buildings are huge and very unique looking. That's mostly because this part of the city was designated for Zones D and E of the Expo 2010 that Shanghai held. And here there's a lot of sports facilities here. Something like that. Riding along this road was quite enjoyable. There's very little traffic and a lot of parks. There, you will see familiar instruments again, which honestly decorate the environment even more. Now this building really gives me the vibe of aliens building some spaceship over there. Terrifying and fascinating at the same time. Everybody's faster than me, I think. I'm the slowest one. Listen, matter, slow but steady. That huge cooling tower over there, it's the world's biggest thermometer. But telling the temperature in huge letters, it's not its only function, as it also serves as a contemporary art museum. I'm sure most of you have seen pictures of that spiral bridge in Shanghai. Well, that bridge out there in the distance is the Nanpu Bridge, and this handsome gentleman up front would be me. Unfortunately, the road closest to the river is designated to pedestrians only. I double checked. That's alright, as eventually I saw this sign and was allowed in as well. This was surely one of the prettiest parts of the whole trail, so don't miss it out. And now, it was time for having a little rest under this epic bridge. Another common thing going on under bridges in Shanghai is recreational facilities, or little parks like this. I don't know about you guys, but I love it. Guys, don't forget your water. I didn't bring mine. But it's not a problem. There should be a convenience store nearby, or a vending machine. With the break sadly over and full of energy again, I could continue with the journey. And here we are, in Weimar Road, which is like an extension of the Bund itself. Along it, you'll see several ferry stations, which are the only way to cross the river to the other side by bike. One of the main ports of Shanghai used to be here. Now, the area is mostly designated to leisure activities. I've decided to make a quick stop here to show you the view from the waterfront. Believe it or not, there behind me is the Bund Riverside Road, and trust me, it's 5 times more beautiful than this side, than what you're seeing today. But for another day. Oh yeah, and they have a lot of vending machines there, so I finally got my water. Now it's time to continue. After pretending to be tired, I went under this platform, which has been under reconstruction for like forever, and is finally starting to look cool. I guess once it's over, the ferry station under it will start functioning again. And if you pay attention, over there in the distance, you can already see the Bell Tower. There's a bunch of hotels, private clubs, bars and fancy restaurants in the area, although it is usually not crowded at all, except by cars, which take this road because there's no traffic lights on it. By the end of this section, you will see this entry here, which leads to some sort of mini Xintiandi where you can grab a bite or just sit. Usually it is more beautiful than today, with a water fountain and way more restaurants open. From this point on, the view of the skyline becomes incredible, so I rode this section of the road with a smile stuck into my face for the whole time. Or maybe not the whole time. The 3 concrete giants of the city in the background tell me that we're getting closer and closer to our destination. For the first time in our tour, we're heading west, as we need to get a bit closer towards the core of the city. After crossing Zhongshan Road, which is one of the main streets in the city and the only one that passes through the Bund, we keep heading west until we see these little ancient gates. I absolutely love this area of the city, as it makes me feel like traveling in time. You guys better hurry to see the small streets and alleys, as most likely they won't be here for a long time. see everything that is closed on the site. It used to be shops. It was really beautiful. But now all of them are shut down. I'm not sure if it's because of the virus or just the government of Shanghai has another plans for this place.
Now we're turning into the main street of Yew Garden. To us, it feels like being in Chinatown inside China. But this place was actually a present from a son to his aging father. The former wanted to create a peaceful retreat where his father could relax and enjoy his days.
It's really amazing here. Super beautiful. I love it.
I'll make a full video on Yew Garden eventually, since there is so much more to it than what we've seen today. And this place totally deserves it. For now, it's away, my dear place. It's away.
Take a look over there. Magnificent view.
And now that we're in Huangpu's core, I wanted to show you something quite unexpected for this place. Can you see it? Can you guess what it is? Yeah, that's a Catholic church in the middle of Shanghai's downtown. And now it's time to get ready for some Mario Kart. Yahoo! As I mentioned in one of my videos about the Bund, by the way, if you didn't watch it, what are you waiting for? Anyway, all of this area used to be part of the British concession, so you will see a lot of colonial architecture here. Also, since this area is pretty touristy, there's a lot of shops with delicious food waiting for you, although keep in mind that it might be pricier than in other areas, but not by much.
It's kind of sad. This is the last turn. We're done. Thanks everyone for tuning in. That's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed the ride. I hope I inspired you to try to do the same. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave your comments below, and let me know of any other cycling routes that you like doing in Shanghai. Okay? That's it for me today. I'll see you on the next one. That way.